I'm shredding up about 2 cups of fresh zucchini that we're gonna put into a blueberry zucchini cake. It's a great combination. All right, so we have 2 cups of shredded zucchini here. Now what you wanna do is you have to get all the moisture out, or if you leave it in, it's gonna make your cake very soggy. So just get an old towel and put the zucchini right in the towel. And you just wanna roll it up, and you're just gonna wring it out as tight as you can. And just try to get as much moisture as you can out of this. Squeeze it out. And you'll see it just starts to come out. Okay. All right, once you get as much moisture as you can out, just transfer it to a clean bowl. Just make sure you get all of it. And then we're just gonna set this aside, and we're gonna go on to the next, to mixing our flour together. Okay, now you're gonna do your dry ingredients. You're gonna whisk them together. So you need 3 cups of flour. Just measure it off with your finger. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Then you need a teaspoon of baking powder. Just level that off with your finger. Okay. You need a teaspoon of salt. And then just 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And just whisk that together real quick, get it all nice and blended. And then we're gonna set this aside, and we're gonna move on to mixing our wet ingredients. Okay. Now we're gonna be mixing our wet ingredients. So you wanna get your mixer out, and we're gonna be putting 3 eggs in to start. I always like to crack my eggs separate in a separate bowl, because you never know if you're gonna have a bad egg. So that's 1. 2, and 1 more egg, and 3. Okay. And then you just put use your whisk attachment, and you can start beating the eggs together for a little bit. Just get them mixed a little. And then we're gonna add 2 1/4 cups of sugar. Okay. This cake, it's moist and it's packed with lots of blueberries and zucchini. It's a very different combination. That's 1, maybe 2 1/4. That's 2 1/4 and 1/4. Okay. Just set this aside. Just let that blend a little bit. Okay, and then you're gonna add 1 cup of vegetable oil. You know, I just had some friends over the other night, and I made this cake, and they loved it. And they were actually very surprised that there was zucchini in with the blueberries. So it's a nice cake. It's not too heavy. It's perfect to serve any time of day, brunch as well. So definitely give this one a try. Okay, so we need 1 cup of vegetable oil, so just pour that in. If you don't have vegetable oil, don't worry, just use any oil you have in the house. Canola oil, olive oil. All right, then we're gonna get 3 teaspoons of, actually I'm gonna slow this down. Slow that down a little bit. Okay, you wanna add 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, I just want to scrape down the sides of the bowl real fast, and then we'll let it mix for couple more seconds. Okay. Just turn it back on for like a couple more seconds. Okay. And I'm just gonna go grab my zucchini. Okay. So what you wanna do is just take the bowl off the mixing stand for now. Just set this aside. Okay. So now you're gonna fold your zucchini that you shredded earlier right into this batter. Okay. You know, I have a lot of friends who grow their own zucchini, and a lot of people, they don't know what to really do with zucchini once they have it, but there's so many different things you can try with zucchini. I mean, for my family, we've made zucchini chips, zucchini fries. You can make this cake, you can make zucchini muffins, blueberry zucchini muffins. There's just so many different things to use it with. And it adds a good flavor. Okay, so just fold that in so it's nice and blended. Okay. Then you're gonna put it back on the mixing stand. Okay. Put it back on. And then you're gonna add your paddle attachment this time. All right. Now I'm gonna grab the flour mixture. Just put this over here. Okay. You're gonna turn your mixer on low speed, and you're just gonna gradually add your flour into that zucchini mixture until it's just blended. You don't want to overmix your batter. So the key with flour is when you're adding it, just add it until it's just blended into those wet ingredients. Okay. And just turn it up a little bit for just a second. Okay. All right, next we're gonna add our blueberries. Okay, we're just gonna set this aside. I'm gonna go grab the blueberries. So you wanna get about 1 pint or 2 cups of fresh blueberries. Just rinse them off. Take this off. Okay. Make sure you don't want to lose any of this good batter, so make sure you get it all off the beater here. Okay. All right. Then you just want to, again, just put your blueberries in and just fold them in. You don't want to, just do it very gently because blueberries you can squish them very easily. So just fold them in to the batter. And you know, if you're not a big blueberry fan, you can use any type of berry in this recipe. So try it with a raspberry or any other type of berry. I like the blueberry zucchini flavor, but it does work well with anything. So, okay, so just fold it all in till all your blueberries are nice and mixed together. What I have here is I have 2 8-inch round cake pans. I buttered them and I put a piece of parchment paper inside each of them. So you're just gonna take the batter, you're gonna split it evenly amongst both pans. Sometimes I measure out my batter. You don't have to. Today I'm just gonna wing it and we're just gonna guess. So just do your best in judging the amount. Okay. All right, and then you're just gonna have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. And it can take anywhere, depending on your oven, I'd say 40 to 50 minutes. So just check it around 40 minutes. Right, let me make sure I get all this batter out of here. want to leave any good batter behind. Okay, we're just going to stick them in the oven and let them cook. All right, so while the cakes are in the oven, we're going to make our lemon buttercream icing. And the lemon flavor with the blueberries and the zucchini, it's just perfect together. All right, so in my mixing stand, I have 1 cup of butter already at room temperature. I'm actually going to turn the mixer on and just let that start. I like to cream my butter a little bit before adding any other ingredients. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to actually zest 1 lemon. You want to get the zest of the lemon and you want the juice of the lemon. 2 tablespoons about of the juice. You can measure it if you want, you don't have to. I love the smell of a fresh lemon as you're zesting it. It really adds good flavor to a lot of desserts. If you'll notice, I use a lot of lemon in my baking. Okay, so that's about the whole lemon. Just put that right on in there. Get it all in. Okay. Okay. Just gonna turn this up a little bit. All right, and then we can get, actually we're gonna add, before we add the juice, you wanna add about 3.5 cups confectioner's sugar. Okay. All right, so the lower, reduce the speed just a little. You don't want the confectioner's sugar all over yourself. Okay. So that's 3.5 cups. When you're making an icing, you don't have to be that exact with your confectioner's sugar. That's 2. 3, and then about 1/2, so we're just going to eyeball it. Looks good. Put that in. All right. Close that up. You need a little bit, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to, again, eyeball it. Just sprinkle some salt in there. Now we can get the juice of our lemon. No. I always juice it in a separate bowl because you don't want the little seeds going into your icing. So it's going to be about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay. And then put that right in there. I'm just going to grab a towel real quick. Okay. Just clean up a little here. All right. Turn this back up. Not so fast. All right, and then we're gonna add our vanilla extract. Just 1 teaspoon into here. Okay. And don't forget to scrape down the sides of your bowl. And if your icing if you feel like it's too thick, you can always add a little bit of milk. I think my consistency is good, but if you end up adding too much confectioner's sugar or it's just not the consistency you like, just get the milk out, but add it very slowly. Make sure, because a little bit goes a long way when you're making icing and you're adding milk. Okay, just turn that back on. Let that blend for a couple minutes. Okay, so we're just gonna set this aside and we're gonna wait for the cakes to finish baking. Okay, so we have our cakes nice and cooled now. I've already taken the bottom layer cake and I've cut the top off just so you can make it nice and flat so you can place the other cake on top. Now we're gonna ice the cake. We're gonna take that icing that we made just a little bit ago, and we're not icing the entire cake. You're just gonna put some icing in the center and on top. You're not doing the sides. Okay. So just take some, and you're just going to spread it around and just take it out to maybe about 1/2 inch from the edge of the cake. right, then you just want to take the other cake and you just want to lay it right on top. And I have it. Just take it off of your cake pan. And if you want to make it really easy for yourself, put the cakes in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes after they've cooled, and it will just make them a little harder, so when you're icing the cake, it makes it a lot easier. So just place it on top, nice and center. Now look, you could just already see those big blueberries and the zucchini coming through. All right, so you just wanna, all we're doing is gonna add the rest of the icing right on top. We're just gonna spread it around. So just spread it on the top of the cake, that's it, not the sides. Now this cake, it's great if you put it in the refrigerator when it's done. It makes it a lot easier to slice, but it's also very good served just a little bit warm. So you can either eat it a little cold or right when it comes out of the oven. It's like great. Okay. And it's nice and easy because you don't have to ice the whole cake. You just ice the middle and the top and you are done. Okay, put that there. Decorate it with just a few blueberries. And if you want, you can also take a lemon and put some of the zest on top of the cake if you want to make it a little fancier. I just like to put some blueberries on top. Just makes it look pretty. Now I know you can't wait to try to make this and serve this to your family. They're gonna be so impressed. And that's it, it's done. It's gorgeous cake. It's not that hard to make. Now we're just gonna cut a little slice, slide this over. We're just gonna cut a slice so you guys can see what the inside of this cake looks like. Just gonna make a little slice here. Just gonna take this out here. Just look at the blueberries and the zucchini. Give this recipe a try. Your friends and family are gonna love it. They're definitely gonna be impressed, and they're gonna love the zucchini flavors.